Hey guys, McFarland here, sitting in McFarland's corner. Friday, long week. It's Friday, May 28th. May 28th. And we are nowhere near where we should be for the fishing. I want to tell you, in my entire lifetime of fishing, I think I've said it already, but I've never, even remotely, been on such a roller coaster ride. In this rundown, I'm going to teach you the most important thing, and I've said it many times in the past rundowns, but it's probably the most important thing in what to do right now with this scenario. Rising water rises fish. Falling water points them out. Let's go to the board. Last time we talked, Wednesday. I'm sorry, I got a mistake here. We'll fix this. We talked Wednesday, I gave you a rundown. Yesterday the lake was stable. We got to be stable for 24 hours. That's it. Falling, stable. Last night's rain, 3 more inches almost, from 403.10 to 403.28. You can hear the frustration in my voice. I think every single person in these parts of the country are absolutely beyond frustrated. The lawn mowing people can't mow lawns. The ranchers can't do what they're supposed to do. I got trees dying on my property because they're flooded. There's too much water. The water won't go away. So, clarity, 0 to 1 foot in the backwaters, 1 to 2 foot main lake. Water temperature holding 71, 74, should be 76 to 82-ish. There is some 81-degree water, but it's in the backwaters. Remember, I always do this, main lake temperatures. These main lake temperatures are way behind. They're steadily increasing, but the whole intention of this particular rundown is to key in on this lesson. When the water comes up, the fish go back in. It's cool. It's fresh water. They've got no reason to not be in that. When it starts to drop, they point back out. So, for example, yesterday was an okay offshore bite. You had to grind, but they were offshore. Today, there was no offshore bite. Well, why? Because we got 3 inches of lake rise overnight, and they all went back up. And in another day or two, when the lake's dropping again, they're going to come right back out. In December, January, and February, many times if you follow me, I talk about the Texas two-step. And that is about the warm trend. The water warms up a few degrees, cools down a few degrees, warms up 5 degrees, cools down 3 degrees. The bass move in 2 steps, back 1 step, move in 1 step, back 2 steps. We call it the Texas two-step. The fish move in, they move out because of water temperatures. For the last 16 weeks, I have not been able to do 6 full trips Monday through Saturday without a cancel or reschedule. It's crazy. I'm not the only one. So I'm not crying. I'm not poor me, but I'm letting you know why it's so unstable this year. It is a rocking roller coaster ride. Now, if you're coming here tomorrow, if you're coming here for the weekend, go to the shallow water. Go back up. Go up into birch. Go in the creeks. Go in the back. Find the edges. Don't go all the way back, but go a good halfway back and throw your frogs, your buzz baits, your underspins. Definitely get the swim jig going again. And keep in your mind, rising water rises those fish. They're back up in the junk. They're back up in the trees. They're in the buckbrush. They're in the bulrush. They're tight to the shoreline, okay? As soon as that water starts falling, point them out. Go back to the secondary points, the channel swings, the main lake points. Back to your Carolina rig jigs. A little bit of square bill bite, maybe even a little bit of a topwater bite. But the whole point of this Friday rundown real quick is to let you again, I'm going to reiterate it. Rising water rises fish, falling water draws them out, points them out. And every 2-3 days, this is what we're doing. The outcast doesn't look too good next week. I hope they're wrong. Today the weatherman was calling for the wind, and all day long he was 180 degrees off. The apps, 3 different weather apps, said north, northwest, while the wind was blowing from the south. Then the wind switched to other directions. None of that is even predictable here in Texas. So whatever the weather's going to do, the weather's going to do. And if we get 7 or 10 more days of rain, we get 7 or 10 more days of rain. But it's making for a miserable rocking roller coaster ride. Catch them offshore one day, camp for 4. Catch them shallow one day, camp for 4. And that's the most rounded explanation that I can explain. So stick with it. It's the Goat Lake. I had a great time today. We did catch fish. We had a young boy named Blake. We had to take him offshore to keep him busy. And we got into some of the Magnum white bass. Man, that was fun to hear him giggle fighting those fish. And you catch them over and over and over. And I mean, you catch them every drop. So that was really cool. Don't want to ramble any more than I already have. Quick reiteration. Backwaters, when the water's rising, frogs, buzzbaits, underspins, small square bills, swim jig, sand tone swim jig. Water starts dropping. Get to the impact shad on the old Finesse Carolina rig. Get you some of the mag trick worms again. Get out there in that 10 to 12 feet of water and grind on those points. When that does stable, the lake does stabilize, and that sun does start to shine, and it will. We potentially are going to have the very best offshore bite that we've ever had for June and July. If we're lucky, it'll stay and push a little deeper into August, and we'll be able to make up for this rough spring season that we've all had here at Fort. All right? I appreciate you watching. I'm Mike McFarland, giving you a Friday, May 28th rundown. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Give me the thumbs up, comments below. I love them. Thank you guys so much. Trying to respond and answer every one of them and do my best. And other than that, have yourself a great weekend. Someone catch a big one. I'm Mike McFarland, the Lake Fork Guide.